What's up? This your boy JG back with another video on music tips and reviews with JG. Appreciate y'all for watching. This is a special review. Uh, Michael Jackson's last album, 2001, October 30th, 2001. He worked on the album Invincible, and so I really wanted to review this album. I thought it was a pretty good album. A lot of things had gotten in the way of really pushing this album. Invincible, number one is a lot of stuff he dealt with the label, Sony. A lot of things, issues with the music industry. Number two, really dealing with, a lot of controversy about him. Criminal cases and stuff like that, that he had dealt with, throughout his career. And number three, discovering new sounds, new producers. He worked with Rodney on this album, and I think Rodney did a great job on this album, Invincible. And so we're gonna look at this track list. Excuse me. We're gonna look at this track list. Invincible, great album. I love the album cover. I love the black and white feel of it, and I know during the time he had multiple colors of this album. I like the way it started off with Unbreakable. Rodney Jerkins produced this with Michael. I just love the energy that the album had started off with. Going to Heartbreaker, it kind of introduced a lot of that dubstep sound, and Rodney always talks about that. This album was really kind of the beginning of the dubstep. Invincible, even though it was pop, it had a really churchy chords to it, and of course after this album, he worked on Full Moon. Rodney Jerkins. Break of Dawn was a very good ballad. Heaven Can Wait. I did a review on that as well. I did a review on that album a little while back. That song a little while back. You Rock My World. That was a good single. I think it was a good single to start off with. The music video with Chris Tucker. That was pretty good. Butterflies, written by the great Marsha Ambrosius, produced by Dre and Vidal. Also underrated producers. That was a single as well. That did good numbers, and I just love the vibe of that song. Really brought Michael up to date as far as his sound. Speechless. Now during this part of the album, I kind of fell off of the album a little bit. I think the vibe of the album was kind of strange. Like it'll go to a really energetic song, and then it goes to a ballad. I think during this part of the album, 8 through 14, I think it was a little bit too many slow songs, back to back. I think this album, as far as being cohesive and sequenced well, my opinion, I feel it wasn't, in order like the first, the first 7 songs, I feel the sequence was pretty good. The energy was there. And then once it got to like the 8th song on the album, I felt the energy kind of losing it. Honestly, I feel like Rodney should have did the whole album. That's just my opinion, sonically. But R. Kelly, Babyface, they did a lot of the slow songs on that, in the middle of the album. You Are My Life, Cry, Privacy Won't Bad, kind of going into, needing his privacy. It was like self-explanatory, people all in his business about things, about cases, just needed his privacy away from the limelight. I like Whatever Happens featuring Carlos Santana. I love the vibe of that. kind of Latino vibe to it with the guitar. Threaten, I love the mix of that song. And you notice like all his albums, he named it kind of like a fierce name, Thriller, Bad, Dangerous. It just really give it a fierce sound, to his album. And so that I just went through the track list a little bit. Overall, like I said, the beginning of the album was very good energy, good songs. And then once it got to the middle, it kind of fell off a little bit. But, it was all great songs, but I think the sequence could have been better. It could have been better as far as the sequence of the album. But maybe that had to do with the label wanting certain songs on the album, or something like that. But, I always give my rating because, it was such great songs at the beginning of the album. And I felt like the sequence could have been better, cohesively from song to song. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I know people are like, oh, it's a Michael Jackson album. But it's just my feeling. I feel it could have been way better promoted. I think the music, it was okay. I think in the middle of the album, it kind of fell off. But I like the beginning. Rodney, like I said, Rodney did a great job on the album. You can kind of hear the difference sonically from Rodney, working on the songs to the other people that worked on the album. So, give it a 7.5 out of 10. That's what I feel about the album. Let me know what you felt about the album. What's your rating? Give me a comment. Please subscribe to my channel. I always appreciate y'all for watching. And until next time, all right. Peace.